Yesterday I made a video that ended up having a very heartwarming result. I made a video asking if there were any men that were watching my content and actually, deconstructing misogynist ideas or dismantling patriarchy and stuff like that. Now, a video like that can flop, but it didn't. There were tons of men that popped up and were like, hey, no, I watch you. This stuff is good. Keep going, stuff like that. It was really good. But because of that video, I did have several comments and then people DMing me saying, well, if there's so many men who are actually deconstructing, then why aren't they saying anything? Why aren't they using their voices and stuff like that? I think this comment hits the nail on the head. Deconstructing toxic ideas or misogynist ideas that you grew up with is a process, not a fast one. You have to start re-examining every part of your worldview. Okay, so am I holding the door open because I'm a man and she's a woman? No, she's a person trying to get through the door and I'm in a position to open it. It's just a polite thing to do. Sometimes you have to face toxic or problematic things that you've done or thought, and that can suck. It can be a very self-loathing process where you're actually ashamed of the way you used to think or behave. In the comment section of that video are men who have done that work and are using their voice. There are men who are in the middle of that process of deconstructing, and there are men who want to but just don't know how to get started. For some, they still have that internal work. They're not ready to have those conversations with others. And some men just do not have the words. They can't explain it right. Like, lots of people can do algebra, but way fewer people could teach algebra to somebody who doesn't believe in numbers. If you know the person that you're talking to is not going to be receptive to what you have to say, sometimes it's just a waste of time and energy to go down that route. I don't preach to every man I encounter on the harms of misogyny, but if I'm having a conversation with somebody and I think I can plant that seed in their head, I often go for it. This is what I do. If they're on the younger side, I mean like 24 or younger, I just appeal to being an old man. I used to think that same way when I was your age. Let me ask you something. That's the important part. I asked them a question. I asked them a question that I had to ask myself and I already reached an answer to. I see what their answer is and then I walk them down the path until my conclusion makes way more sense. Friend zone? What, she don't like you? Oh, she don't. She just wants to be your friend? Okay. Do you call it friend zone when guys don't like you and just want to be your friend? No? So what's the difference? Well, the difference is you like her, so you're putting her in the zone then, right? No? So you just like her and she don't like you. What do you call it when you like somebody and they don't like you? They just don't like you? They just don't like you. So instead of saying you got friend zone, why don't you just say she just don't like you like that? Something like that. If they're my age, I can't really appeal to being older or wiser than them, so I'll try something else. Hey, question. Do you like women? Then why did you say that just now? What was that about? Like I said, you can't have this conversation with everybody. But if you consider them friends or people that are in your circle, this is a conversation you'll probably need to have. You do not want misogynists in your circle. I hope this helps some people.